I like that he lets us take naps here.
Me too. Will it let me go to Masyaf?
Yeah. Masyaf.
Masyaf.
Fast forward to Masyaf? Yeah.
Yes.
And we'll go talk to Al.
Ladders are a socially acceptable way to reach a rooftop.
Thanks. Ladders are socially acceptable.
Speak with me a moment. As you wish. Word has reached me of your success. You've my gratitude and that of the realm. Freeing these cities from their corrupt leaders will no doubt promote the cause of peace.
Can you really be so sure?
The means by which men rule are reflected in their people. As you cleanse the cities of corruption, you heal the hearts and minds of those who live within.
Our enemies would disagree.
What do you mean?
Each man I've slain has confessed strange words to me. They are without regret. Even in death they seem confident of their success. Though they do not admit it directly, there is a tie that binds them. I'm sure of it.
There is a difference, Altair, between what we are told to be true and what we see to be true. Most men do not bother to make the distinction. It is simpler that way. But as an assassin, it is your nature to notice, to question.
Then what is it that connects these men?
But as an assassin, it is also your duty to still these thoughts and trust in your master. For there can be no true peace without order, and order requires authority.
You speak in circles, Master. You commend me for being aware, then ask me not to be. Which is it?
The question will be answered when you no longer need to ask it.
I assume you called me here for more than just a lecture.
Very well. A rank and weapon are again restored to you. 2 more leaders remain. Go and see to it that their rule is ended.
Alright, what ability do we get?
Probably something stupid, like, you got the ability to tackle, as if you didn't know how to do that already.
Regain balance and dodge. New ability gain. Sword expertise. Damage.
Oh, okay.
How come Al-Mualim always talks in riddles? I don't ever understand him or what he's saying.
Well, because he's trying to control you.
Oh.
Like, he's not really trying to help Altair that much.
He's not trying to help anyone but himself. Right?
Basically.
He doesn't care.
Altair, it seems my students need help with the blade or whatever.
Does he not even care about the Assassin Order?
My students haven't watched Blade 3 yet. Have you watched it? Tell me about Blade. I don't think so. I think he mainly wants to use the Assassin Order, doesn't he?
Does he care about the Templar Order?
I don't know what he really cares about in general. Actually, I'm pretty sure he does. He is technically a Templar.
Oh, really?
Like, hey, Altair, one of my,
Are you learning about the blade yet?
Oh, my.
Altair is practicing for American history.
Oh, no.
Alright, can we dodge?
I like that you can dodge now.
Yeah.
Altair's like, whoa, this new concept of just stepping backwards.
And did you see that he got boots?
Yeah.
That's like what helps him. Also, I don't remember. I thought you could air assassinate, but now I'm starting to question it because I don't remember.
Do you think maybe they added that in 2?
Maybe, but I thought that it was in this game near the end.
I wish that this game emphasized more how smart Altair is.
It is.
It doesn't seem like they do... What?
We're laughing at, like, me beating the crap out of this guy. It is emphasizing that, though, Jill. That's why he's asking questions. He wasn't smart. He was so conceited at the beginning that he didn't care why he was killing people, and now he's actually questioning why he is.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's just, I wish they kind of emphasized more on some of his inventions that he made.
Well, the reason that he starts getting into that is... You don't know about that?
No, what inventions does he make?
He improves the hidden blade. He's the reason they don't have to remove the finger. He makes some...
Mine was on, like, Benjamin Franklin-type inventions.
No, he makes some other stuff, too. I would have to look it up, but, like, he studies the Apple of Eden, Jill. That's why he is able to do that.
Yeah, I kind of wish they showed that.
He doesn't have it yet, though.
No, I know, but later on.
Okay, they show that in Revelations.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, are you happy now?
I didn't know that.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Well, it's not really a spoiler. They show him studying the apple.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't get the apple until the end of this game. You played through this game, Jill.
No, I know, but I thought maybe they could, like, show a little bit after this game. So I didn't know that in Revelations they kind of conclude that and show that he does that, because I had no idea.
You see a tiny bit of after this game in 2, right? Isn't that the one with him and that girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the rooftops, yeah.
Do you see a tiny bit? Do you see a flash like that in Brotherhood, or do you not?
You don't see Altair in Brotherhood, I don't think.
Okay, well, you do in 2, and then you do a ton in Revelations. And then there's also some side games that I think Jill and I might play. I don't know if Nate will play or not, but there's a PSP one.
I like that they expanded upon his story, because I feel like he kind of needed it.
See, I think his story as on its own is one of the best in here. I feel like I disagree with you on a lot of your opinions on this game, Jill.
Well, I think his story's really good, too. It's just, I think that...
Always pick the black horse.
Very
I think
good.
that some of his smaller things about his personality that you don't really get to see too much of, I think that those are very interesting facets of him, and I wish that they were shown off a little bit more.
Yeah, I think they decided to expand his character more over time following the events of this game, which is why they did... Is it called Lineage, or is it Blood Ties, or something?
Lineage isn't that the one with Ezio?
Okay, so there's a game that's called, like, Bloodlines, or Bloodline, or something?
Am I talking the DS one?
No, I don't know. There's a DS one. There's 1 or 2 DS ones, and then there's a PSP one.
Yeah, I have to look it up.
One of the PSP one, or the PSP one is him. But the DS one is Ezio.
Bloodlines is the PSP one.
Okay, what's that one about? Can you read the synopsis of that for me for a second?
A few months after the events of Assassin's Creed, Altair, now mentor of the Brotherhood, learns of a plan of the remaining Templars to escape to Cyprus, and he infiltrates one of their strongholds in Acre.
That sounds like a game you'd like, Jill.
He fails to prevent their escape, but he does capture Maria Thorpe.
That does sound like a game I would enjoy.
A couple months after this game, you said, right?
Yeah, so it takes place a few months. Okay, so let's see. What was the other one? ACDS game.
I'd like to start buying those, actually.
AC2 Discoveries on the DS.
That takes place during Assassin's Creed 2.
And
Oh, really?
also Assassin's Creed Altair's Chronicles.
I think it's interesting they made a lot of Altair stuff, but it's on, like, different consoles.
It is odd. Sorry, I ripped. What's Altair's Chronicles about? Could you look at that for a second?
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, I'm saving this person who does not want to save themselves.
Also, I was trying to say I really like this game and its story. I just like Altair a lot. And
So
wanted...
you're saying that Ezio seemed like he got so much time to shine and Altair didn't?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Is I wish he had gotten more.
Right.
So basically, Altair, it takes place a year before this game.
The DS one?
Yeah. Altair arrives in Aleppo, which is under siege by the Templars, and they're searching for the Grand Master Lord Basilisk. Let's see.
And
So he's tasked by Al-Mualim with finding the Chalice to have the power to unite all factions and end the Crusades in victory.
Well, it doesn't seem like that worked out.
However, the
considering-
Chalice is too powerful and must be destroyed before it
Wait,
falls
are you
into
gonna read
wrong
us the whole
hands.
thing?
No, that's just like the plot line of it.
Oh, okay.
I feel less like that with some of the other Assassins because after this game and after the Ezio games, they started making all the games kind of like longer.
Except for Connor.
That's true. Connor deserved a longer game.
Connor
And
just got railed.
And that's why I keep saying I wish
By
Connor had gotten some sort of sequel or something and gotten to flesh out more of his story and maybe seen more of his life, especially like with his daughter and something like that. Because I feel like almost all of the other assassins get really fleshed out really well. But Altair, I felt like a lot of his fleshing out is in Revelations, partially this game, and like the PSP and the DS.
Get out of the way. Why are they defending this guy?
Like, save the citizen, you just hit the citizen.
And I kind of just think that, you know, it would have been cool to be able to compile
the
some of
flag.
that, like some of the PSP and DS stuff into like a full console game.
Well, I wish that they would do, like, so one thing that's funny to me is the Switch.
Yeah.
The Switch, so they're trying to do stuff like put AC4 on the Switch. Excuse me?
How's that
Why?
gonna work? It
Why-
barely works on a console.
Why are you doing that? Like, and I'm not saying the Switch is a bad console, but I'm just saying, like, why are we trying to do that? You know, it just doesn't make any sense when you could just take two, what was it called? Two,
Assassin's Creed 2.
Reflections or something?
Are you talking the one that's the DS one?
Yeah. You just
I
looked it up.
know. I don't remember what it's called.
The Ezio.
I also have dementia too.
I thought it was
Apparently-
called Discovery.
Yeah, that one. I thought there was one called Assassin's Creed Reflections.
Maybe there was. I didn't see it.
Well, anyway, there's 2 DS games and a PSP game. So I'm like, why couldn't you just make a thing about the the handheld games and put that on the Switch?
And bring those up to the Switch. Yeah, I think that would have been cool. And like, I guess
Reflections is a book series.
Okay.
that's kind of what I was talking about. Is like I feel like Altair deserved a little bit more fleshing out since all of the other assassins I feel like got that except for Connor, and I also am mad that Connor didn't get that.
Would you guys want to see a Assassin's Creed game exclusive to the Switch like they did with these old games? Where it was like they did a DS game and they did...
No, because I have them all on Xbox and I want to get them on Xbox.
But you don't have them all on Xbox because there's
But I have
PSP.
the main ones on Xbox.
Does it bother you that there's like a PSP game and 2 DS games?
Not really.
It should.
You know what? I would want one on the Switch that was the same style as China and Russia and stuff like that. Like side scroller.
I'm gonna save this last citizen because I think
Okay.
you have to leave, right?
Yeah, I do.
I think that
And-
would work really well on the Switch.
I think that would be cool. I mean, like, I always thought that there was more you could do with those characters and ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think there's more you could do with some of the side scroller stuff that they presented. I know a lot of people didn't like that, but obviously
They were wrong.
But I'm pretty sure the
You're
DS one that you guys were talking about is a side scroller.
Yeah.
Because that's
Yeah,
a lot
that
of
one
what the
is.
DS was capable of. So why not do stuff like that on the Switch? I think that could be really fun. That way it's not a full-blown mainline Assassin's Creed game, but it's also something a little bit fun to put on the Switch.
So you're talking about like Star Wars, solo a Star Wars story type of thing,
Yeah.
But, like,
where
with
it's
a
like
game.
a spin-off.
where it's a spin-off game that's
An
canon.
Assassin's
Yeah.
Creed story.
Yeah.
Solo Assassin's Creed story.
Where it's not like a huge mainline game, so that way, like, someone like Nate doesn't have to be mad that it's not on Xbox. But it can also just be like a little fun side thing.
I would still buy it. It's just I would also be like, why can't this just be on Xbox?
Are you angry then that they are going to have? By the way, you see how the citizens are helping me because they're on my side.
Yeah.
Are you angry that they're making that mobile game?
Yes. I am.
Yeah, especially because that won't be a physical thing. So yeah, I'm upset about that.
One of my most desired settings is the Wild West.
That is also one of my
Yeah,
most
Can you
desired
imagine
settings.
Red Dead Redemption, but you're an assassin?
That
They
would
make
be
a lot of
awesome.
references to that in 4, actually.
I would be 500 pounds never leaving my house again.
Yeah.
Because I already get that way when I'm playing 4. Imagine the Wild West. I would be like at 5,000% mass.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people would say, oh, just play Red Dead Redemption, but that's not Assassin's Creed.
It's not the
So
same.
it's not the same. I want to be an assassin. I want to kill Templar cowboys.
Yeah.
They'd probably be like Templar oil barons and miners and stuff. The Wild West was full of corruption. It would work perfectly.
It would be awesome.
So I actually had something to talk about.
Ah, dang
Seeing
it. I have
you-
stuff to talk about.
Seeing
though.
you sink there, it reminded me. I actually learned the other day that the reason why at the start of movies they do like the clap thing
Yeah.
is because of what you just did. They want to sync up the audio together.
Really?
I just learned that like the other day, and I found that fascinating.
Dad? Is that you? What if this is his true dad? Let's look closely.
His dad's kind of a dick if it is.
All right.
Can we not
Similar
move the
skin
camera?
tone. Similar skin tone, similar facial build. We both love white. We both are white enough, at least.
Okay.
I don't know.
What nationality is Desmond?
Ambiguous.
Okay, I was like, careful where you tread here.
I don't know. Well, what do you think I'm going to say? Black enough or something?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I had
don't
a
know
thing
what he
where I
is.
could click, and it's like there was a press button in or
There we go. There, press it. Was he going to touch him? Oh, he's just stealing. What? What do you do? Like steal his pen?
I touched his ass. By the way, I never did that.
Mr. Miles.
I never did that in my previous playthroughs.
You never stole his pen?
No, did you?
No. No, I haven't.
Why did you act like it was like I should have done it then? You never stole his pen.
Because this is the first time I'm playing through the whole game.
Oh,
So I'm saying, no, I didn't do that.
Because you never played the game.
Well, yeah, because I was wondering, like, I didn't know if that was just a part of the mission.
Sit down on the
No,
atlas.
I've been looking around trying to find secrets.
So what did he
That's
just
the
do
Quran.
there?
I stole his pen.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe I saw I could write a new page in the Quran. I don't know why.
Was he just like, he's just trying to like spread chaos in the world or what? Like, oh boy, let's steal this guy's pen.
Yeah,
Then he's
now-
not going to have it anymore.
Now I'm gonna flush it so that it
got him.
blows up the sewage system.
Oh boy, we got him, Desmond.
And then they have to call in a plumber, and I mildly inconvenience Abstergo for like 10 minutes. No one doesn't. We'll have to look up what we can do with that pen. Maybe it's like a fingering tool.
Oh, I'm into this. With her?
Yeah.
I'm into this.
No, with Desmond.
All right, she wants you to sit down.
Okay.
Can you like have a seat here? There we go.
What is it, Chris Hansen here?
Lay
Have a
down.
seat, Mr. Miles. Now, Mr. Miles, you were expecting to meet a 12-year-old girl in the Animus today, weren't you?
It just makes me think of that TikTok where it's like, she said she was 12.
Clear the area of archers and guards.
Wasn't that where they said, like, the girl was, like, 11 or something?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I just knocked down the soundproofing. Whoops.
So now there's a bunch of sound behind that just got in the audio there.
No,
because
not
of
the
you.
sound. Also, Jill is going to play with us, but she's doing some editing for me, so she's going to play on the important part. Does that make sense?
Yeah, isn't that what we're doing right now, though?
What?
Are we doing the important part right now?
No. Is that Malik in there? We don't want to be at the
I think
Malik
so.
part. I went to a different city.
Why is there no anything on the HUD?
Oh, yeah, I turned the HUD off.
Oh, okay.
I did that so that I could take pictures. Sorry.
That makes sense.
We will turn that back on real quick.
Thank you. This is really bothering me here.
Did it actually bother you?
Yeah, kind of.
I thought it looked really cool.
It does look very cool for pictures, but I like this.
Okay. that
See,
makes
this kind of feels like Assassin's Creed to me.
Now you know
and
what's
that's really
going on.
important.
Now you know what's happening.
Now I know what's going on.
You were for a second very lost.
Look what's going on here.
So,
Yeah, so what's the next mission? Is that to talk to Malik?
yeah, but we don't want to talk to Malik right now because I don't want Jill to miss that.
Okay.
So we're gonna go talk to some nameless guy because I like the Malik parts.
Well, who are we talking to?
Somebody else.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna go talk to a different bureau leader. Does that make sense?
okay.
Okay, are you getting it now?
I'm understanding now.
Okay. Seems like you. Oh, jeez.
So I actually wrote down some stuff here.
Okay.
Because I do this all the time. Actually, my question is, why are booby traps illegal? And I'm being serious. Like, if you booby trap your house, like you have like I don't know, your, someone, knocks your front door down and you have like a shotgun there that pulls the trigger or something as soon as someone knocks the front door down, and shoots them, that's illegal. Like,
Really?
you can't booby trap your house.
Why?
You can't. I don't know. And I'm asking the question, why is this even illegal?
What is it illegal to leave the city?
Like,
too?
no, you had to stay in the city. But I'm like, why is this illegal?
I don't know.
Shouldn't it be illegal to break into someone's home?
Not in Minnesota.
So, like, yeah.
Minnesota, it's like great.
Or like California.
In Minnesota, that's just showing you like civil rights.
Right.
Breaking into businesses and homes is encouraged here. It's like, oh, well, let's like break into this business. Oh, it's a black-owned business. I don't care.
Yeah.
Power to the
that's
people.
Fine. Do you hate all people?
Do you hate all?
So it's just like, I guess I don't understand why booby trapping your house is illegal. I understand booby trapping like a public park or something like that, like fine. But like,
all right, I guess I'll concede that. I guess.
I guess I won't rig up a claymore to go off in the public park. I guess that's fine.
Well, if you won't, I might. That was a joke. That was a joke.
But it's like,
I meant it in the Counter-Strike offensive map.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like your reference there to Counter-Strike, a game I've never played.
Thank you. I love Counter-Strike. I've never played it out.
But I guess I don't understand why booby trapping your own house is illegal. I don't get it. Like, it's your house.
I don't know.
If I want to set up a booby trap in my house, it's my house.
That's a good point.
And also, my other question is, why is the person breaking into my house? Like, don't break into people's house if you don't want to get booby trapped.
That's a good point. I feel like you just wanted to say booby a lot.
Booby!
I have to go take the pizza out. Can you
Okay.
go to Damascus?
Yeah, is that where you marked?
Yeah, that's that one right there, yeah.
Okay.
Remember to watch out for ledges.
Alright, let me just log what I just did on my smartwatch.
Okay. But you got those steps in there. So yeah, that's the question I have, and that's the question I always have is...
Why can't you say booby more?
Well, why can't I say booby more, but also why can't you just booby trap your own house? I don't get it.
That is a good question.
You know, and my answer always comes down to the fact where it's like, why do we sit around and care about... Well, I'm being a scholar there.
Yeah, but you don't need to be a scholar to go in the city. We just walk in.
Okay.
Look. We just go over here.
My question is, whenever someone breaks into your house and they fall into a booby trap, why is everyone's first response, oh no, the person that broke into your house just had something happen to them, no! Like, it's like, well, your first response should be, why are they breaking into that other person's house? It's not their house.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Where did this come from? And no, don't answer where did it go.
I saw it online.
Did somebody do this?
Yeah, there was someone in, I forgot what state it was, but they set up a booby trap in their house. It wasn't a shotgun to go off.
Oh no.
Did it freeze?
It did.
Okay.
Yeah, at least it didn't, nothing happened, so we can just... Oh.
Whoa. Oh,
good.
I guess it went off now.
Okay.
Should I wait to talk till we get...
No, you can still tell me about the booby trap.
So yeah, and I forgot what state it was, and I honestly don't even remember what the trap was.
If it was Texas, the police would have just said, woo! And then they would have just let it go. One less for us to deal with.
Do you want help next time? No, it's
Where
like...
are we gonna bury him? Like wheat.
So it's like, and I don't remember what the trap was. I don't think it even killed the person. I think it was just something that like hurt them. So then, like, they could track him down. I don't remember what it was. And I don't even remember what state it was. But anyways, the person whose house got booby-trapped is being, like, investigated now. And it's possible they could even, like, go to prison.
I feel like you
And
can
I'm
do
like,
whatever you
why?
want in your house.
I'm like, why? Like,
Not you.
why? Yeah, that's what it should be. You could do whatever you want in your house. It's not the other person's house. Why are they breaking in there?
I don't know.
You know, and it's the same thing where, like, if someone breaks into your house, there are states that allow this. It's not every state. There are states that actually have rules for this. Did you know?
Sorry, I have to do something. Tell me in a second.
Oh.
Can we talk to this guy?
Yeah.
And then you tell me.
Altair, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Whose life do you come to collect today?
His name is Abu Nakud. What can you tell me about him?
Oh, the merchant king of Damascus, richest man in the city. Quite exciting, quite dangerous. I envy you, Altair. Well, not the bit where you were beaten and stripped of your rank, but I envy everything else. Oh, except for the terrible things the other assassins say about you. But yes, aside from the failure and the hatred, yes, aside from those things, I envy you very much.
I do not care what the others think or say. I'm here to do a job. So I ask again, what can you tell me about the Merchant King?
Only that he must be a very bad man if Al-Mualim has sent you to see him. He keeps to his own kind, wrapped in the finery of this city's noble district. A busy man, always up to something. I'm sure if you spend some time amongst his type, you'll learn all you need to know about him.
And where would you have me begin my search?
If I were you, I'd start with the Umayyad Mosque and Souk Saruja, both of which are west of here. Further to the northwest is Salahaddin Citadel. It's a popular meeting spot and has proved a reliable source of loose tongues in the past. Yes, these three places should serve your needs.
My thanks for your guidance, Rafiq. I'll return when I've gathered the necessary information.
Were you going to ask me about more booby traps?
Well, I was going to ask you about boobies now. No,
Right.
So yeah, I don't remember the situation, but anyways, the guy was being investigated for this, and oh yeah, no, I remember what I was going to tell you. So, did you know that in certain states, if someone breaks into your house, and let's say they're like going up your stairs or something like that, and you have like a toy on your stairs or something, and they step on it and fall down the stairs and gets hurt, did you know they can sue you?
Yes, Minnesota's one of them.
Yes. Why?
I don't know. Why do you want to live here?
Literally, why?
I keep asking you this. I never get a good answer other than your family lives here. Why do you want to live here? And why does anyone want to live in Minnesota?
Because I don't know.
Like, no, I'm just saying, like, you know, you can't keep your family safe.
I know.
Why? So
I don't understand this. Like, I guess I don't understand the logic. I don't understand why in some states Minnesota's one of them. It's not as bad as, like, California for this. I know the California bros just got angry. But in some states, yeah, you literally can't. They have actual laws that protect people that break into people's homes.
Yes.
And I understand if, like, let's say you set up a booby trap and the booby trap is designed to break the person's kneecaps in, and then you have them kidnapped in your basement for 2 weeks and are torturing. I get that. Okay, that's a little... I get it.
I don't.
I get a law protecting that.
I don't.
Okay, well, you don't, but I do.
Once they break into your house, I say...
It's fair game.
Well,
all bets are off.
I kind of think that in a way, yeah. I mean, genuinely, I'm being serious. I kind of think in a way that if people are breaking into your house, they are forfeiting their rights.
Yeah.
Like, so,
right.
That's my... I mean, and look, people will say, that's not true. Okay, well, if I walk into a police station, they would say I forfeited my rights right there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if I walked in threatening them, why is it not the same for normal people in their house? Why are police more protected?
Right.
How does that work? Because they shouldn't be. I died.
Altair's like, I can't swim!
I tried to make it there, and I couldn't make it.
Yeah, no, and I don't get this. It's just like... I understand overkill. I actually do. Now, personally, if I was in charge of the law, I would not, like, send someone to prison for 30 years for overkilling someone. Just because I'm like, well, the person broke into your house, whatever. But on the same note, it's like, I don't understand why we're sitting around here, like, actually having a debate. Like, well, you can't do that to this person. It's like, well, they can't break into my house.
Right.
My family is in my house. My stuff is in my house. My pets are in my house. Do they not matter?
My toys are in my house.
My toys are in my house. My sex toys are in my house.
My wife's toys are in my house.
Yeah. Do they?
My wife's boyfriend's toys for my wife are in my house.
Exactly.
Oh, wait, that was from
those
your
are all in there, right?
That was from your perspective, not mine.
So it's like, does that stuff not matter? Are we actually sitting around saying this person who legitimately actually had the thought of, let's break into someone else's home, someone else's property, the area that is supposed to be a safe haven for them and their family, let's break into their house, let's steal stuff that they've worked hard on,
hurt them.
They paid good money for, let's possibly hurt them, which does involve essay assault, by the way. A lot
essay?
of
like, are you calling me essay?
I am, yeah. A lot of home break-ins do involve essay assault. Because it's not just all, they just want your TV.
Yeah,
no. I would know this because I'm one of them. So it's like, are we really sitting around saying, this is a good person of society,
Did
right?
you just tell me you're a TV?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, are we really sitting around saying, here's someone that just goes to work, they come home, they have a family, they're trying just to live their best life, and now here's a worthless piece of garbage who's actually sitting around being like, well, let's break into this person's house and injure them and try to steal all the stuff that they basically worked hard on and possibly even hurt them.
Yeah.
And we're actually sitting around saying, yeah, that person has a bunch of rights and actually has more rights than the other person. Like, no. You know, and I don't buy the dumb argument of saying, we'll just let the police handle it. Yeah, the police can sometimes get there in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you know how much you could do to someone in 20 minutes?
Oh, I know.
You would
I
know.
mean, I can guess. I mean,
yeah, you can guess. I mean, for me, it's like 2, but it's just I do not understand this logic. To me, it's like as soon as you are.
Man, I just got hit harder than a 50s housewife.
It's like as soon as you are violating someone else's rights, and by the way, they have a right to their property. And they have a right to their life.
Not in Minnesota, apparently.
As soon as you're violating someone else's rights, you forfeit yours.
You should.
You should.
Not according to the law now.
We should literally sit here and say, if you're sleeping in bed at night and you hear your door get broken down, and you pull out a weapon and go down and shoot the person, no, fine.
Yeah.
The other person is in your house. They are threatening you. The act of breaking into someone's house in itself is a threat.
I agree.
I don't give a crap what they're there for. We don't have X-ray vision. We're not sitting around like staring like at their wallets, being like, "Oh, they're really poor. They're looking for money. That's all." We don't know what they're in there for. They could be there to kill me. They could be there to kill my family. Who knows?
Well, this is the problem with people saying just let the system handle it, is the system sucks.
The system doesn't really handle it.
The system is terrible.
You know,
it's really bad.
It doesn't work, really. You know, and like, I understand this is a different situation because I'm talking about home break-ins as opposed to someone who just died, but I know someone who just had a family member of theirs pass away. And they were having, basically, I don't remember if it was a heart attack or what it was. But essentially, this person was like in need of medical help, right? Mm-hmm. And this was in California, by the way.
This is someone you knew?
This is my... Yes, it's not someone I directly know, but it's someone in my family's...
Friend.
Sibling.
Okay.
So... It's, yeah, anyways.
Is this person related to your wife's boyfriend or not?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, actually. Okay. No, anyways, so...
Old
So they were in California, and they need medical attention, and they basically called the paramedics, 911, and essentially the paramedics took 25 minutes to get to their house.
Wow.
And the person died.
Wow. Wow.
Now, I will say this...
Can you sue the paramedics if that happens?
I don't know. I will say this, though. The person did die well before 25 minutes. Like, it was like a very, very needed emergency situation. And unless the paramedics happened to just be at their house randomly, I don't know.
Could the paramedics have helped him? If
I don't know. I don't really know the situation. I just know they were literally there for 25 minutes.
Okay.
Waiting for the and I'm like, okay. You know, and again, I get that's a different situation than home break-ins, but my point is, home break-ins don't get there within 2 seconds anyways.
No, you're gonna have to, by the way, hide after this.
Yeah.
Like, right, I mean, I do, like, scary story stuff online, and I know you could say that, like, oh, well, some of them are made up, but I can't tell you how many stories are, and it took the police 10 to 15 minutes to get there.
Yeah. It is.
Like, one that I was researching recently was a crime... And the person, their house was broken into, okay? The person was going through their lower level. They called the police. So this person was, like, home-sitting. It wasn't their house.
Yeah.
So they were home-sitting for someone, and this person broke in. And they called the police and said, hey, there's someone here. And the police took, like, 15 to 20 minutes to get there. And this person had to lock themselves in a room upstairs... And the person went through and trashed every room in the house. Like, destroyed everything.
Yeah.
And came in with a weapon. Broke down the door to that room. All in the time it took the cops to get there. Then went into that room with a weapon. Approached the person. Then decided, oh, this isn't the person who lives here. This isn't worth it. So then what the guy did... was trashed that room because it was some kind of vindictive person who was trying to destroy the property of the woman who lived there.
Oh, okay.
So, like, he wasn't trying to kill that guy. He was going after that woman.
He was going after the woman, and the woman wasn't there.
And the woman wasn't there. So he decided, well, I guess I will just destroy the house.
Okay.
So he destroyed the entire place, thousands of dollars of property damage at minimum, plus, obviously, you know, like, just your stuff.
Yeah.
Not even just the place, but also your stuff, too.
Right.
And also threatened this guy with a weapon by approaching him with a weapon. The guy did not have a gun, by the way.
Right. So we're really sitting here saying, well, they just wanted your TV. No, they didn't. Like, are we... Yeah.
Do you want me to kill these guys?
No. I'll just hide.
They don't let you if they see you. Like, they're watching you.
How do they see me?
I don't know. Okay. Where did they go?
Yeah, no, that's stupid. First of all, that shouldn't have taken the cops 20 or 15 minutes to get there. Oh, whoa, here's a flag. Because, yeah, you can see, like, you can say, we'll just let the police handle it. Okay, it doesn't work.
Right.
They're not there within 2 minutes.
You sure you don't want me to kill these guys?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Okay, sorry.
I'm just trying to find a place to climb.
That makes sense.
Okay, actually, why don't you just kill them?
Okay, alright.
Yeah, I changed my mind since I randomly went into a dead end here.
You got a lot of guys here anyway. There's a Templar, too.
So that's the dumb argument to me, is when people try to defend home break-ins. I'm like, why are you defending this? Why?
I know.
Why are you defending home break-ins? You know, and you say, well, but their life matters too. Yeah, so does mine. So does my stuff. Like, I worked hard for this stuff.
I would say your life matters significantly less if you're the kind of person who's going to break into people's houses.
Exactly. Exactly.
So here's my funny thing about this that I want to tell you. And I'm going to make it political, okay? Because I would argue that most conservative people would say that that person's life matters less and they have less rights, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And that most liberal people would be not most liberal people, but most of the people defending that person's right to life would be liberal, correct?
Yeah, right.
Did you know that home break-ins significantly disproportionately affect people of color?
Yes.
There is far more home break-ins and crime in areas against people of color because people of color are more likely than white people. And when I say people of color, I hate that term. I think it's really racist sounding.
Yeah.
But that's the politically correct term now. So I'm talking people who are black or Latino or whatever. Those people are more statistically likely in the United States to live in a poorer area or neighborhood than white people.
Yeah.
So poverty goes with crime. And if you want to say, like, no, it doesn't, look at stats. It does. Like, you can say, like, I don't believe the stuff that people who are, like, racist say where it's like, race goes with crime. I don't believe that. What I believe is it has to do with culture of poverty. Right. And it just so happens that a lot of people of color live in areas that have culture of poverty because they're poor.
Right.
So what do those people do? Like, look at inner city gangs that disproportionately affect black people. How do they get black people to join those gangs? By convincing young people that there's no way you'll ever get out of poverty. You'll never not be poor trash. You don't matter as much as other people, but join us. You'll have a sense of belonging and we can take stuff. We can take what should be yours. Mm-hmm. That's how they get them in, you know? That's how they get white people in too, by the way, in the same areas. But my point is, like, you'll have these black families that are disproportionately especially affected inner city with break-ins and crime and sexual assault and all these things, but nobody talks about that. Everybody's afraid to talk about it because they don't want to sound racist. But you're being racist because, think about this. If you are someone who's, like, very liberal, and your thing is, well, we need to protect the rights of this home intruder, is it not racist if you are protecting the rights of that home intruder over that black family? In a way. You know what I mean? Like, you're saying that you're protecting people, but, like, the reason that they're doing that, the real reason that they're doing that, is because they think that the people who are breaking in are people of color. Right. That's really what it is. And nobody wants to say it, but that's what a lot of these left-leaning, like, kumbaya hippie people think, is they'll be like, well, this person was disproportionately affected by lack of economic status and social wealth, and they went to a worse school, and they had a worse upbringing. It's not fair if some white guy blows this, you know, black kid away for breaking into a building. Okay. What about when it's black families being broken into or assaulted? Right. Like, it's not a racial issue.
And that's not fair to them.
Right, and that's my point. It's also not fair to white people either.
No.
Because just because some douchebags, like, you know, 100 years ago believed in segregated schools doesn't mean, like, my wife should be assaulted by someone who breaks in. Right. No matter the color of their skin. That doesn't make any sense. Right. So, like, this is the problem, is people make it a race issue. And that's genuinely why I think people are afraid to change those laws. You really think that the more left-leaning people are trying to protect white robbers?
No.
I don't. I genuinely don't believe they are. Because, like, whenever they start talking about crime, and whenever it comes up, it'll be like, well, it's caused by systemic issues of wealth and poverty and this and that. And it's like, I can get behind a lot of that. Mm-hmm. But then you need to be able to be willing to treat it. And if you can't fix it, if you can't fix those systems by improving that infrastructure and adding funding and giving more community resources and all this stuff, which they're not doing a good job of fixing, if you can't fix that, people need to be able to defend themselves in the meantime, at the very least. Right. At the very least, while you're trying to fix that, everybody else needs to be able to protect themselves. And it's also a ridiculous double standard because we live in a country where, like, it's like guns everywhere. What is happening? But you don't let people use them to protect themselves. Right. So why should anyone own a gun if they can't protect themselves? Like in Minnesota, I can have a conceal and carry license and own a weapon and own a weapon. Yeah. but the rules around how I can protect myself with the weapon are
It's a
ridiculously
whole
bad.
checklist, basically, you have to run through.
And that's really bad, and nobody, I don't care who you are, unless you're like maybe freaking Rambo in real life, you do not have the mental capacity and fortitude to go through that checklist and check everything off in a life or death situation.
No, and it includes stuff like I heard from someone who was getting their conceal and carry license that the instructor, basically, we'll come back and save her. The instructor basically was kind of running through like all the different rules, obviously of owning a weapon and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was basically saying like, oh well, you have to be careful here in the state of Minnesota if you're trying to use this to protect yourself at the home break-in, and essentially he said, because he was describing all these like different things you could do that could help you in the court system prove that you were defending yourself and justified in it. And he basically ran through like 10 different things to do. And one of them included, and then make sure you call 911 and have the phone be on speaker so they can hear you talking, and then have them hear you shout down to the home intruder that you have a weapon and they better leave right now. So they need to hear that on record. I'm like, who has time for this?
No.
Like, who is thinking about, like, oh, hold on here, I gotta call 911. Okay, can you hear me? Yeah. Oh, hey, guys, I have a weapon right now, and I'm gonna shoot. It's like, who has time for this? And that was just one of, like, 10 things.
Yep.
And I'm like, really? Really? You're telling me that you're sleeping at night, and you hear your window shatter and someone trying to bust down your door, and your immediate thought is like, oh, let me pull out the checklist here. Okay, step 1. No, your thought is, oh my gosh, I'm going to die.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like, really? At most, you'd be calling the cops and saying, there's someone in my house. And that's probably at most what you'd be doing there.
Right.
I guess I don't understand. And what also is stupid to me is it changes by state. Like down in Texas, I could pull out like my AK-47 and mow down an entire village, and they'd be like,
yeah.
Oh, was this
were they
justified?
Native American? No, I'm just
okay. And they'd be like, oh, was the guy breaking in? Yeah. Oh, but you killed like 12 people here. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm not kidding.
Just stupid.
That's one reason I kind of want to live there compared to here. Like, and not because I want to kill people, but
because I want to be justified.
Because I want to feel safe.
Yeah, right. I understand.